The dome in the Colorado State Capitol. We are on the second floor. Colorado Day was just the other day. 144 years old. Let's take a look at this funky place here. The architect who did the Texas Capitol also did this Capitol. You never would have guessed it though, by how the design is here. Okay. I haven't seen that in a long time. Those are that's stained glass there above the Senate door, I believe it is. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stained glass in this building, which I find interesting. I can't remember another state house that used so much stained glass as here. Okay. Up. And the Senate. Okay. These are working chambers. This is not like Alabama or something like that. These are actual working chambers. This is the Senate here. Okay. And as such, unless you want a tour, I don't know if a tour can get in there. I don't know. But that's the Senate. Now, with the similar architect, and with the design of many state capitals, you would expect the Senate to be opposed on the other side of the House with the House of Representatives, but actually not. That there is a portrait in stained glass of a woman who began a school down here, downtown Denver, an opportunity school, I believe it is. But yeah, it's the House is not opposite the Senate here in this Capitol. Okay, so we leave the Senate, and the House is here. Okay? The Senate and the House. This almost looks like it was like an afterthought or a side thought to the construction here. Okay? It's like, oh yeah, we need a house too. So you have the House also active, working. This is not, a sergeant at arms. Okay. Yeah, this is not reimagination or renovation. This is a working state house. The governor has most of the first floor, if not all of it. The second floor is the House and Senate. Okay. Unusual. It's just unusual. Now let's see what is opposite the Senate in this 144-year-old state house, which actually was completed in 1890 or so, I believe. Okay. Let's go check out this portrait of this woman. Here you have the rotunda, but there's, as I mentioned in my other video, there's no other side to the grand staircase and on the first floor. You know, you have this beautiful grand staircase, but it's one-sided, okay? Which, you know, it's not two-sided or even four-sided. It's trying to avoid vertigo here. Okay. Okay. That's the Senate in the far, and this is the rotunda. Okay, with the staircase. And now let's go check out the portrait of this woman in stained glass. Most of the figures in stained glass are pioneers of some sort in the state of Colorado. Yeah, so all right. Emily Griffith. Okay. Okay, and she began an opportunity school or something like this sort. 90s, early 20th century, I would say, when education became a fashion, if you will, for children instead of work. All right, here's what's opposite the house. Or, I'm sorry, here's what's opposite the Senate and the Colorado State House. The Supreme Court of the state Supreme Court, is opposite the Senate. Okay. Like Arizona, and this is a renovated place. This is no longer used. The Supreme Court has a building across the street here, all to themselves. Okay, this is the old U.S. Supreme Court, or old state Supreme Court, Colorado State Supreme Court. Okay, pretty interesting and quite different than what we've seen. Like Arizona, Colorado was a territory around the time of the Civil War. Made a territory and then made a state. Okay. This Colorado became a state after the Civil War. Okay. As did Arizona. Okay. Goodbye. At the Colorado State Capitol.